Hey, good evening. This will be an overview tutorial for ThinkCentral Lesson 6.2. We're going to be talking about situation and solution equations involving multiplication and division. On the first day of soccer practice, 2/3 of the players were wearing shoes. The team had 18 players. So I read that differently. I say, what is 2/3 of 18? So they show an area model here, 2/3 times 18. I would probably do a fraction bar model, and I'd say if that's 18 and if I was going to divide that into 2/3, how many parts would be in these 2/3 here? So it's easy to see that 18 divided by 3 is 6, so that each of these would be 6, and so the answer should be 12. But let's take a look at what they have in their problem. So they're walking us through this step by step. So the number of players wearing shoes is a fraction, and that's 2/3 here. The number of players on the team is 18, so it is 2/3 of 18. That would work there as a solution equation. This would not work. That would not work. They're not addition and subtraction, and you're not dividing 18 by 2/3. You're doing 2/3 of 18, so that doesn't work. So doing that, and you take 2/3 times 18, you can do the algorithm this way. 2/3 times 18. I see a slash here. 18 and 3 is 6 and 1. So 6 times 2 is 12. So the answer will be 12, and that's what my model showed. Let's take a look at number 2. Elena has chosen carpet that costs $4.55 per square foot. It's a rectangle carpet that measures 14.5 by 12.5. So the first thing you're going to want to do is draw that carpet and label it. So right away I see I have an area model here, 14.5 by 12.5, and then just to show you, that's going to be my square feet, something like that. Not exactly. How many square feet of carpet is needed? So this is going to be a solution equation because you already know the parts, and you don't know the whole, the end result. So choose an equation that models this problem. So you're going to need to have the area is going to be length times width. So I'm thinking n is the area. This $4.50 has nothing to do with it. They're not asking us how much money she's going to spend, so that's just extra information. So that's the equation there that's best, and let's figure it out now. So we have a couple choices on what method we're going to use to multiply. I'm going to use the improper fraction method, changing these both into improper fractions. So how many parts are there total here in 14.5? Well, 14 times 2 is 28 parts, plus one more part is 29 halves. And 12 times 2 is 24, plus one more is 25 halves. So this is going to be a very large number here. We need to figure out what is 29 times 25, and then we're going to put that over 4. And let's figure that out now. 29 times 25 is 725, and then we're going to divide that by 4 to get exactly how many square feet we have. So I'll set that up this way. Probably need a little bit more space, but I'll solve it this way. 4 goes into 7 one whole time. 1 times 4, I have 3 hundreds left over. Bring down the 2. 4 goes into 32 8 times. I have no parts left over. Bring down the 5. 4 goes into 5 one time, and I have 1 left over. So the answer is going to be 181 and 1/4 square feet. All right, again, we're looking at a solution equation. If they get 160 orders per hour and they work for 24 hours, that's just going to be 160 times 24. So the solution equation is going to be C, and we simply just multiply 160 by 24. Now I'm going to use my favorite place value section model here for this. I'm going to have 100 here and 60 here. I'm going to distribute that 160 that way, and I'm going to go 20 here and 4 here. This is what it looks like. So I did my place value sections. It ends up with 2,000, 1,200, 400, and 240, and that's going to be a total of 3,840 orders. All right, this was just an estimation problem. Number 4, if you have 3,500 times 3/10, you know that 3/10 here is less than a whole. So there's no way your answer could be 10,500. Multiplying 3,500 by a number less than 1 will produce an answer that is less than 3,500. So 10,500 is not reasonable because that number is greater than 3,500. So that's a fairly straightforward problem. All right, that's the end of that lesson. It's a brief lesson, not too many problems, so if you have any questions or need help, make sure you're asking for a lot of help. Keep doing your IXL work. It's almost March, and our goal was to finish all the math skills 5th grade by March. So get on that if you haven't met that goal yet already. Thanks.